not here. Oh, shit. Okay. Alright, cool. So, I have my tuna sandwich that I just made. Yum. And my coconut water. Yum. Oh. It's so refreshing. Yes, coconut water. Just for me. So anywho. What is today? Today is September 30th. Thursday. And yeah, I woke up today and I was not feeling it. I turned off my phone this morning. First, I laid in bed and I listened to some sad songs. Frank Ocean's Godspeed. Frank Ocean's, how do you pronounce it? Siegfried? How do you pronounce that song? Ah! Okay, boom. One monkey don't stop the show. Anywho, I got up this morning and, which was fairly early, 6-ish. And, I just knew I wasn't feeling it this morning. I could already feel it. I felt, because, you know, rewind to last night when I was going to sleep. Oh my God. I was in my bed about to go to sleep, but I was just talking out loud, speaking out loud, and like kind of praying too. Same thing to me, somewhat. But I was cracking up laughing. I was in my bed, like just talking about all the things that I was worrying about. And that was at the top of my mind. And I was just cracking up laughing like on some Joker shit. Like, why is this shit happening right now? Like, this shit is stupid as fuck. Dying laughing. And that's what I knew. I was like, oh, something is not right. Something is not right, Lord. So then I wake up in the morning time. And sure enough, I read from my Acts of Faith book by Ayanla. I hadn't been reading that. I read that this morning. And it was talking about grief. And how it says something about like just having to like grieve relationships, right? And because, you know, obviously all relationships aren't meant to stay in our lives and, you know, stuff like that. And it hit me. And so I was just like, okay, I need to get this out. I need to grieve. Okay? I need to do this. So I put my headphones in. I slapped on Frank Ocean's Godspeed. Ooh, that song automatically just makes me cry. Even when I'm not sad, that song still makes me cry. But since I already was, you know, in my feels, I was just like, yes, this is what I need. What else? Adele. What else? What else did I listen to? Can't really remember right now. But yes, just was keeping... Oh, I Miss You by Beyonce. Oh! The tears were just coming down, okay? And then I was just like, oh, and the mood is in Cancer. Of course I'm like this, okay?
So if a lot of you have felt deeply in your feelings, if a lot of you have felt like you've been really expressing deep-seated extreme wounds or extreme feelings, this is a good thing. You're purging them with that opposition, especially if you're directing it in your relationships to others.
So, yeah, just was purging, crying my eyes out, and then after that, I was just like, you know what? I don't want to talk to anybody today. I don't feel like being bothered with anyone today. I don't want to talk to anybody today. Just no people today. So I turned my phone off after I listened to those songs. And then after that, I went back to sleep. After I had woke up and I read my book, The Purpose-Driven Life. And after I read that, I wrote in my journal and, you know, reflecting on the question that it read at the end of the chapter, which was, I'm going to tell you right now. Question to consider: where in my daily routine can I become more aware of God's glory? Right? So I started writing about that. I started writing about, also I read this, I try to read this Jesus Calling book that I have also on my phone daily. It's like daily scriptures for every day for September 30th. And some things that stuck out to me that I highlighted were: do not worry about tomorrow. Don't be distracted by future concerns. Leave them to me. Leave them to God, okay? Leave them to the Lord. And then, I am training you to keep your focus on my presence in the present. Okay, this is how to receive abundant life, which flows freely from my throne of grace, which flows freely. Okay, so I am definitely uncomfortable right now. I'm definitely in a place to where it's just like, you know, having to realize more and more that I am like halfway putting my trust and faith in God. It's not full, you know, so I'm definitely working to just get to a place to where I am, you know, fully having my trust in God, you know, and depending on Him. Because I also was thinking about when I was writing, like, and I was just speaking out loud to myself, like, man, like, every time that I have taken a risk, you know, that I knew that I had to take, that I knew God was pushing me to do, He's always caught me. Like, God has always taken care of me, provided for me in ways that I'm just like, oh, wow, like, I was not expecting that, you know, like, type shit. And so I just had to keep, like, I had to say that out loud and, like, remind myself, like, Lord, like, I know that, you know, this is just a time of uncomfortability for me, because it's like, I am, you know, knowing where I can be, but also at the same time, I'm not fully moving. I'm moving, but at the same time, I'm feeling like I'm not moving, right? So, so yeah, then they, you know, list some scriptures at the end that you could read. And the one that stuck out to me was Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will worry about itself. Each day has enough trouble of its own. Let me read that one more time. Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will have worry about itself. Okay? Each day has enough trouble of its own. Lord have mercy. Okay, so why worry about tomorrow today? Like, I already have enough stuff I got to worry about today, which ultimately is like, God is telling us to not worry, you know, to give our worries to Him, which is much easier said than done, especially for me. I didn't really realize that I was, you know, so much of a worrier until maybe today, for the past few days. Since we've been in this damn retrograde that's been whooping my ass. Like, we're on this only the third day in or the fourth day in. And the shadow period that started like last week, I don't know. I was already messed up. So, yeah, like, just really realizing a lot of stuff every single day, every day. And it's annoying, to be honest. You know, but also at the same time, I know that it's for my growth. I know that when I realize stuff and I'm brought into awareness about things, I'm just like, okay, I understand why I need to go through this. Even though it sucks. This very much sucks. But I understand. So yeah, I brung out my Bible and I started to read some more Matthew. I read the scriptures before, Matthew 6:34. I don't have my Bible right now, but I started to read before that, and it started talking about money. I read some stuff about money and possessions, about how like God doesn't want us to, worry about money either. Like, ultimately, he's going to take care of everything. And then I just had to speak out like, oh, God, like, I didn't even realize, but I was worried about money. Like, even though I am in need of nothing, and I am I'm in need of nothing. I'm able to pay for my bills. I don't have a job, and which was my choice. Ultimately, God told me to, was telling me that it's time for me to leave here. My second job that I resigned from, which is scary to do that. But once again, I stepped out on faith. I depended on God and did what he said, and he caught me. Now here I am, June, July, August, September, almost 3 months later from me quitting my last job, resigning from my last job. And, I'm just like, okay, yes, I have money saved, but it's like I'm scared to spend it, because once I start spending it, I do have a past of, not being good with my money, even though I have gotten significantly better, but still a fear of just like, okay, Cameron, once you spend this, it's just going to start going, but just having to remind myself, okay, Cameron, you just need to be mindful of where your money is going. Yes, pay for your things that you have to pay for, your bills, your priorities, but also, just having to, once again, put my faith in God and be like, you know what, Lord, I'm not even about to worry about how am I going to get some money next. Like, I'm not going to worry about it, because I know that you are going to provide for me. You are going to help me like you've been doing. Every time that I take these leaps, every time that I keep taking these risks and I don't know what's going to happen, you catch me. So yes, what else? What else is going on in Aqua World, okay? I also have been feeling like I don't need to be in therapy anymore. I've been in therapy for maybe 4 years now, and I am just getting the feeling that, I have done so much healing. I have done so much work in therapy. I have healed so much shit, like from the past, especially like inner child stuff. So much. And another thing is, like, I didn't even give myself credit for that. I didn't even say like, wow, Cameron, wow, Aqua Girl, you really like transformed, and you really, you really dug deep and did a lot of work to heal yourself, which was really hard. Honestly, truly, and yeah, I feel like that's something that I kind of don't really do. Like, I don't acknowledge myself, I don't give myself props. I don't give myself a round of applause, okay? In this moment, stop what you're doing. Give yourself a round of applause right now. Clap it up for yourself. Clap it up for yourself for all that you have done. Just for waking up today. Just for making it out of bed today, okay? If you had to go to work today, just for making it to work today. Because Lord knows you probably didn't even want to, you don't even want to be there. And you didn't want to go, but you still made it, okay? Clap it up for yourself. Clap it up for just everything that you have healed, everything that you have gone through, the relationship that you moved past that you thought, oh my God, how am I going to get out of this? But you got out. Okay. Am I ever going to be happy again? But you are. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're still sad. That's okay. Clap it up for you for not settling. Okay. So, yes, it's very important to be proud of yourself, okay? Because I am very much a person that, yes, I love when people feel proud of me. But I recently learned, too, that it's just like, yeah, people can be proud of me, but it's like, I still felt empty. Like, all these people are proud of me and like, oh, you did such a good job. I'm just like, but why don't I feel that way? You know, I have to feel proud. You got to feel proud of yourself first. Okay, and then all the other stuff is like, okay, extra. It feels great, but it first starts with you. Everything starts with you. Okay? So, yeah, I'm just back to the therapy shit. It's just like I feel like it is now time for me to apply all of the things that I have learned, all of the tools that I have, learned in therapy. Now it's time for me to apply that to my life. And another thing that I've been noticing too is like, I have very much been a person in the past where I did not share how I felt. Like I did not share my true feelings. I was very timid in if I was sharing something, I was very timid in it because I didn't want to hurt the other person's feelings, which is very dishonest, which is me not being true to me, so, but then when I get home, I'm just a freaking cannon. I don't know. In my mind, I just think of that Joker in that box when you're doing the little dun, 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 and it just pops out. Ah! It's like that was me low key, like just crazy. Okay, don't know when she was gonna pop out. Okay. Anywho, so yeah, I just have been, since I've been in this new season of like, I have to get this stuff off my chest now, and also understanding that when you keep things in, that's how you get sick. That's how you get cancer. That's how diseases and your body starts to, tarnish from within. And it's not a good thing keeping things in. So I was just like, oh yeah, no, can't do that anymore. Literally can't do that anymore. Okay. And just also, it's just like, no, like I can't. It don't feel good no more. It's not fair to me. Okay, it ain't fair to me. So, so just in communicating my emotions and my thoughts and whatever, my feelings to people, to my loved ones, I've been noticing how those conversations have been extremely healing for me and for the other person, because it allows for me to, one, get how I feel out, and then it also leaves room for the other person to, get what they need to get out, and it also leaves room for another person to feel like, oh, okay, I could be myself now, because Camera opened up and told me how she really felt, so now I can open up and tell her how I actually really feel, So, yeah, it could be a healing thing for two people or just for one person. Or, yeah, just, you can easily just understand maybe something you were struggling with too, just by somebody telling you telling you how they really feel, So, yeah. Another thing that is that my father? Yes, it is.
Blue, it was like a suede shirt that would go with the suede shoes.
Yeah.
I can't find that.
Okay, blue suede shoes. Okay. All right. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Yeah, just healing conversation. So I haven't reached out to my therapist, quite yet about saying that I'm going to just stop therapy yet, because I still want to think on it a little bit more. But I feel like that's where I'm at, because I also feel like therapy was something like I felt like it was my outlet for me to get things out. Instead of me talking to other people, I just be like, I'll hold this in until I talk to my therapist, until I got therapy again, but it's just like, that's not healthy. That's not good. That doesn't help me. Okay. So yeah, I feel like me not depending on therapy is pushing me also to have to talk to people, to have to express my true feelings to people and tell them how I really, really the fuck feel, and not being timid and feeling like, okay, I'm just gonna, so, when you said this to me, it was like, no, like, if I need to say, like, my nigga, what you did, that was really fucked up. Because it made me feel like, and another thing that I have been also being mindful of is, instead of like just how I said, my nigga, what you did, like, I don't want to come from that place. I just want to come from the place of how I feel. Instead of it being like, you did this, you did that. Because it's like, it's easy for a person to feel defensive when you do that. And I feel like it just doesn't go, you're not really getting your point across. You're not really getting your point across, and because the person, I feel like on the other side, they don't hear you anymore because you're coming for them, right? So I feel like more so when I just speak from the place of, this is how it made me feel. I talk about my feelings, instead of pointing fingers and stuff. Then it's just like, okay, then it leaves the door open for you to say what you need to say about what I said. And then we go from there. Right? Because I know before, I definitely was a person to where it's just like, well, you did this and you blah, blah, blah. So that's very new for me. I'm still working on that, And even in that, it's just like, okay, I don't want to be so you, which could easily make me feel like, okay, well, let me not come for them then. Let me not come how I really want to come. But nah, I'm fire energy to the core. Yes, I'm an aqua girl living in this aqua world, but my other two placements in my big three, both fire, baby. Okay, I'm very passionate. I have a lot of fire within me, which is why I got so much energy within me too, that everybody can't handle, that I had to learn, and that's okay. So yeah, I don't know how long this has been, but just realizing stuff, just understanding stuff. This Mercury retrograde is unknowing as fuck. Like, all I wanted to do today was just sleep. And shout out to my girl Elle, because she tweeted something too that I was just like, girl, I thought I was the only one. She tweeted today, follow her, Aquarian POV. Why has it been so hard to wake up these past few days? It's like my body is asking for days worth of sleep. I said, oh my God. I thought it was just me, So, and that's why I appreciate social media, because it's like, when I get on there, it can make me easily feel like, okay, I'm not the only one. Someone else feels me. Someone else relates. So that's really how I'm trying to utilize social media now. Like a place to where it's like we could relate to each other. We could talk about shit. Like we could talk about the real. I could talk about what's really bothering me and not just be all happy-go-lucky and no. Because that is not me. That is not me all the time. I also saw a tweet too that said something like, people with the brightest light, they go through they have the darkest shadow or something like that. And I'm just like, yes, like, I really be going through the fucking ringer sometimes. Shit, feel like a lot of times, you know? But I always pick myself out of it somehow with the Lord, with God, honestly, truly. So, yeah. See, I already feel better. And I feel like this is what I need to do now. Just talk about stuff. And, yeah. Just open up the conversation so that we can talk about this type of shit. Because it needs to be talked about. It needs to be talked about because we all go through the same shit. If it's not the same shit, it's halfway the same shit. Okay? But it's the same shit. We all go through the same things, literally. So there's no use in trying to just hide it or to make it seem like I'm okay when I'm really not. Okay? Like, yeah, I'm okay, but also at the same time, I'm not, you know? But I know it's going to be okay. Okay? So that's all I have. I'm going to stop it right here. And I think the next thing that I want to talk about is forgiveness, because that is another thing that has been on my young mental. Okay? So yes, it's your girl, Aqua Girl. Okay, living in this aqua world, okay? Until next time. Bye.